Liverpool FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well.
Okay. We're back for another edition. And as you can see, it's a bit lighter than the normal host. JR's in the building. I'm your host today, because them man like Slim and the other guys, they're on holiday. So, we have to step in. And I'm with a few goons this evening. Introduce yourself, guys.
What's up, people? Sam.
Lee, aka Bruce Leroy. What's happening, people?
Oh man, we're very good. We're very good. So we've got a lot to get through in this next podcast. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna jump straight into it, and we're gonna go and discuss the last game that we had, which was the Southampton game yesterday, as we're recording now. I'll go quickly through the lineup with you guys. Starting was Adrian. Is it Adrian or Adrian? How are we saying it?
Adrian.
Adrian, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
let's go with
Adrian, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Mane, Salah, and Firmino. Let me start off. Lee, was you happy, before we discuss the game, was you happy to see Matip back in place of Joe Gomez?
Yes, 100%, yes.
100%, yeah?
Yeah. That had to happen. You have to have that back line. If you're going to have the new keeper in there, you got to have that back line together, because I'm not going to touch on the other team against Chelsea just yet. That there gave me a bit more confidence going into the game, thinking that, those guys know each other inside out from last season.
Better cohesion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against Gomez, nothing against him, but if he plays, he's got to play centre. At that right back nonsense. For me, like I'm a Matip fan. Yeah.
And when I was on the seat over there, we had this discussion, Gomez or Matip, and I was always like, I prefer Matip because Gomez at times goes to sleep, and he can daydream.
Yes.
So like the last 10 games of last season, Matip was as good or even better in some games than Van Dijk. So for me, seeing Matip back in there, I was very, very impressed. So in terms of key moments in the game, what was your key moment?
Do you know what? Mine, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I felt when we went 2-0 up, I thought, right, we're coasting. That was a key moment for me. You get that second goal, we got a foothold on the game. Yeah. It's going well. But then, as you all know.
Yeah. So, Sam, going into the game, how was you feeling?
I don't know. I mean, we'll touch on the Chelsea game later, but there are things in that Chelsea game that I weren't happy with, which I thought would go into this game. Yeah. Also, you got a 4-hour each way flight, the travel. Southampton had a fresh week, so I thought, how would we utilise the squad? Will the energy levels still be the same? So they were my concerns going into the game.
So was you happy with the lineup?
Yeah. Like the fact that he rested Henderson. Like the fact he rested Fabinho. They played 120 minutes and they're going to be keys. And I think we need to rest them.
Yeah, I think like before, like we're not going to touch on Chelsea game quite yet, but I think a few players did need a rest. I think if he did play the likes of Fabinho in that game, the risk of injury, he would have been redlining.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So key moment for you, Sam.
A few key moments. First of all, there's an Adrian save in the first half.
What, from the corner?
Yeah. It was Yoshida, yeah. So I think if that goes in, we were really flat first half. Mane's goal at the right time in the first half for me. A little bit of brilliance, kind of touch it, shoot.
Yep.
Half time was key because I think obviously Klopp got into them and we come out second half a different team. So
did you think that? How did you think we was gonna come out? Did you expect us to be a bit off the pace, a bit lethargic?
It was dependent on his team selection and the fact that he put in Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner and Wijnaldum, who didn't play the full 120 minutes. I thought that would give us a bit of freshness. Would have personally liked to have seen like one of the Salah, not dropped but like rested, because I think Shaqiri gives us kind of a bit of creativity.
We're gonna touch on Shaqiri throughout this podcast at some point, because there's a few quotes that have come out today about what he's saying. So we're going to touch on Shaqiri. How did you think Oxlade-Chamberlain, how do you think he's doing for he's come back from injury? How do you think he's at his process right now?
I think this Southampton game was a big game for him. We seem to be getting the old Ox, like his passing, his movement, and his understanding with like Alexander-Arnold, with Salah. That seemed to be coming along. So I think it was a good night. Well, I think it was about 88 minutes he got. So I think he got valuable time.
You can see though, there's certain parts, his rhythm's not quite there. In the first half, he kind of went through a quick interchange and he wasn't sure and he just kind of kicked it off for like a goal kick. So like we're saying, the Ox, we ain't probably going to see the best of the Ox back to his former self before his injury to like November, I think. Lee, how do you feel the defence did?
Oh, right. Okay. So again, I'm not going to touch on the Chelsea game just yet. I'm desperate.
Yeah, no, I can see it, bro.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can see you are itching.
I've got to get off my chest.
Yeah, hold it.
But the defense, you know what? The defense did all right, but it's still there's something is not clicking. Even though that was I've said openly I'm happy with that 4, but something still ain't right. There's even misplaced passing. I don't know. It's just.
But you know, Klopp, he's been saying, you know, I haven't had my players through pre-season. You know, some players came back at different times. The rhythm's not quite there. Some players' fitness levels and rhythm is not what it is. Do you think that is playing a key part at the moment?
Do you know what? I see. Some people disagree with me.
Yeah.
I think some of these footballers play an awful lot, like, and it tells. It shows, like, you know, I've just used Mane as an example. I know he's not one of our defenders. Yeah. But he's obviously gone African Cup of Nations, gone the full way. Yeah. He's obviously played pretty much the whole way through for us in the Premiership, Champions League. We don't have that luxury where we can say we could drop him, say Salah in a game and expect to go on and go out, put a team out there and win the game. It's a whole different ball game. But I don't want to differ too much. Yeah. The defence, they were all right. That was better than the Norwich and the Chelsea game. I'll give them that.
Quickly, what was better?
Just the way in which we dealt with things. Like, so for example, because we're playing, as we were discussing earlier, this high line thing. It's like, I just don't think he can actually do that. If we play a side where they get players and they can get in behind in that space, we're gonna get obliterated. Like,
like we were saying just off camera, like as a defensive line, if you're pushing up, you can't push up and have no pressure on the ball with the attacking team have the ball. And I think last season we were dropping back when it happened. This season they've obviously been told to push up when an attacking player gets into a certain area. But we've seen it in the Community Shield, Community Shield, right? When Sterling went through, all it takes is that deep running player to come through and you're killed because the defenders they're static, they're not running, they're holding their line. And for me, it needs to stop because it reminds me, we're going back a couple of seasons when we got spanked by Tottenham 4-1. And then that was the game where he decided, you know what, we need to change something. And I can see similar traits at the moment because we're taking too many risks and a lot of teams are getting a lot of chances against us. Like Southampton first half, they had a few chances.
They did. That lad, I don't know what his name is. He got a header. He should have hit the target there.
He should have hit the target. So if we don't fix up and change certain things, there's a Tottenham game on the cards, which I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, but I'm a bit, it needs to change, but it's tightening up. So, Sam, you're man of the match in the Southampton game. That we won, by the way. Sorry, guys, we won it 2-1.
We did.
They wouldn't even know we won it.
You're man of the match, and why?
Man of the match. It's between two for me. Firmino, link up play. The work he puts in, dropping off into midfield. The other one, Mane, just electric on that wing. It's the only way to describe him. He gets it, he's on it, just direct, looking to cause damage. So for me, I can't choose between them two.
Okay. Lee?
No, mine will probably be Mane.
I'm agreeing with that.
He'd edge it for me. It's the goal and it's his contribution and the way he's so... He's always ready to let a pass off and give it to someone else. And this is the difference for me between him and Salah. And if Salah was the same, we'd be devastating.
But Salah was in his first season, though.
Yeah.
His first season, he was.
But now it's because I think he's got this belief of this. I'm that guy, innit?
Yeah.
Egyptian Messi.
Yeah. He's got it, innit? That's what it is. So yeah.
I think for me, my man of the match was Mane as well. He just looked that half a yard sharper than all the players. Like it was like back in the day when I used to play Pro Evolution. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm a Pro Evolution.
Same.
Man. That's what I'm showing my age, not FIFA. FIFA was dead at these times. So
Yeah.
Pro Evolution, and you know, like you had the players' arrows. There was be like up, like
Yeah,
red
yeah,
up, and
yeah,
then it'd be like
yeah,
grey bottom.
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Like everybody was like the grey down,
back,
and
yeah.
Mane was like supercharged. Like he
Yeah.
just yesterday was just. Mate,
Definitely.
I was just like, raw. This guy's like he just had a star in Mario. He was just
Yeah.
100.
he was just on it. So yeah, I was very impressed with Mane. So he's my man in the match. So let's talk about the goals. Sam, you're going to talk about the goals you scored, and Lee, you're going to talk about the goal we conceded, because I know that you're fuming about that. So Sam, talk us through the goals quickly. Mane's first goal. How well did he take that?
Brilliantly, yeah. I think it was a short pass by Milner. Got half yard on the defender and just whipped it top corner. It's what Sadio Mane does, just does something out of nothing, and just defenders can't cope with it. There's an air of unpredictability about him, and that's what makes him so special. That's what makes him so hard to defend against.
Do you think this is the best he's started the season?
Yeah,
In the last, because he's only played 2 games.
I think
a bit.
from what I've seen of the games that he's played, there's a hunger, there's like a desire to
Agreed.
take his game to the next level. He kind of wants to kick on, and that can only be good for us.
Definitely. And the second goal for Mino, he missed a chance slightly before that.
He did.
It was the idea was good, but the execution was just off point.
Yeah.
So the second goal by Firmino,
Yeah.
how do you feel he tucked that?
Nicely. I thought he beat one man, beat another man, thinking he's getting away from goal, but managed to kind of shoot back across the goal to the bottom corner.
And you know what it's like? Firmino and Mane have had like the least rest, I would say, out of everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they look like they haven't been away.
Yeah.
It's a testament to them keeping themselves in condition, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, big up Firmino and Mane. Salah now. We're a bit frustrated with him, aren't we, guys?
Yeah. I am.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, yeah, I don't know. He's just, he got bullied a bit yesterday. There was a few moments that I saw, and he's just holding on the ball too long. And players are seeing that he's holding on to the ball now, and they're really, really closing him down, you know, especially away from home. So Lee.
You got to do it.
Our guy, Adrian. I'm going to call him Adrian.
Cool.
Yeah, Adrian. Our guy, Adrian. You know, he's going to be one of those characters, isn't it? Like, you're just going to love him or you're going to hate him.
Yeah, straight.
So, before you talk about the goal, what about his first half, what he was doing in the first half?
Because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the first half is just like I can see he's not confident.
What is he not like with what?
So obviously he's not a guy that can play with the ball. So you got your Ederson, you got your Alissons of the world. They can use their feet.
New school keepers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like that. The first kind of guys to do that was what's that German keeper's name? Is it Neuer?
Neuer and
the other one
from
that was
Barca, bald head one, Valdez.
Yes. See these guys, they can play like, innit? But you know what? For me, Neuer, Alisson, and City's keeper,
Ederson,
they're actually great goalkeepers
Bravo's
as well.
not bad as well.
Yeah. I can't take. They're actually good goalkeepers as well.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? When it counts, when that chance comes, they take they do well and they make those saves.
Yeah.
Now he obviously the ball's coming back to him. He reminds me of you see David Seaman when it went back in the day. Again, I'm showing my age now. Back in the day, you used to be able to play the ball back and your keeper could pick the ball up. Yeah.
Wow.
Once they took that,
So you know what? Hold it,
A lot of the viewers don't remember that.
Whoa! Like some people are listening, like, what are you talking about? Like, what was that?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
called,
So-
what he's talking about is a back pass rule.
Yeah, there you go. The back pass rule. So I remember when Seaman that got introduced, Seaman used to struggle hard, yeah? And now with him, I'm just sitting there thinking now about Adrian. And what I would like to say though is I think to a degree, our defenders have got to help him. And what I mean by that is simply this. It's going back to basics from when I used to play.
Yeah.
I wasn't a defender, as I say, I was a forward. Sometimes I play in the middle, but you've got to make the angle and really exaggerate it.
Off the
Like
ball,
so,
innit?
you really so when he gets that ball, I want to see these two push out like this. So he's literally can go. Well, I can go there. I can go here. I know, and you might.
No, go on, because I got, go on.
But in that situation, with this goal happened, Virgil's laid it back to him. Virgil's actually gone. You got options here. If you want to go long, you can. You've got. I don't know who it was that was over this side.
Arnold.
But he went for someone that was like here. I don't know who it was. Was it?
Yeah.
And that ball was not on. Like I don't know. But again,
no, it was a midfielder. Sorry.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't want to get it wrong. But yeah, he's gone for that ball, and literally this guy's just stuck his leg out, and I was like, that was coming. And then after that, I haven't experienced this with Liverpool for ages, where we go a goal, like we're up a goal. But now all of a sudden it's back to this shaky thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they look fatigued though. When that goal went in, it
Mm.
mentally fatigued them. Like it's like and then they was playing on drilling 2-0 up. They was kind of managing the game, and then once that goal went in, the negativity came within their minds, and I think that's when the mental tiredness came in. Because Ings' chance that he had that we were discussing here, guys, you know me, I'm a defensive guy, right? There was a side view afterwards, a replay, and I forwarded it, rewound it. And the ball was just a simple ball. I think Van Dijk just switched off.
Yeah.
And Ings, if he left it, there was about 3 people at back post could have tapped it in. He missed a sitter. So we got lucky with that one. So yeah, Adrian.
Not feeling him. But what I do feel is that if he's got another 2 games if he's got another 2 games to come, I think he'll warm a bit. Personally, I think he will. I'm hoping.
How do you feel about Adrian, Sam?
I think we need to give him a bit of time. I think he's coming from a club where they get the ball back, they launch it. So for him, this is a whole new learning process, and we've got to kind of give him time on the training ground to kind of understand the angles, understand how we want to play it. But I can't really say. I mean, he did pull off a good save in the first half, but I think as a shot stopper, he's good. But we like to build from the back, and he needs to learn that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the goal, like, I just think he just got brain blank. Like I think he didn't know what to do, and he just kicked it.
Definitely.
He was trying to overthink it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, now I'm thinking of it, I think he has been told you got to play. And when he got
100%.
it, his normal instinct would have been to kick it.
Yeah.
But something came and said, no, Klopp's told me to play, and he tried to play because he ran out of options. He just kicked it, I think. So he kind of panicked a bit, and Ings was just like, wow.
Couldn't believe
Let me do the lottery tonight. It was like
gift.
Christmas came in August.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think for me, just get it. If you're not sure, you just kick it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lash it out.
Just lash it out. We're not gonna
we'll deal with it.
We'll deal with it. You know what I mean? So that was the Southampton game. We won 2-1. So that's 2 wins out of 2 in the Premiership. So like we was alluding to slightly before, we had a game in midweek before the Super Cup. Obviously, you know, shout to those listening. You get the Super Cup for winning the Champions League 6 times. And we played Chelsea with a different lineup to the Southampton game. I'll just go through it quickly. It was a 4-3-3 formation. Our guy, Adrian, I'm going to call him Adrian. That's my guy. Virgil, Joel Matip, my guy. Robotron, 3000, I think them man called him. Yeah. Joel Gomez at right back, which we're going to touch on that as well, about what he gives us in the game. Fabs, Jordan Henderson, James Milner, semi-Brexit midfield, Mane, Mo Salah, and in attacking right forward, Oxlade-Chamberlain. So, Sam, the lineup. What do you think about that lineup for the Super Cup last Wednesday?
If I'm honest, I thought he'd make a couple more changes. I knew we had the tight turnaround with Southampton, and I thought make a couple of changes, give a couple of fringe players a go. I think we all know what his best 11 is, which is more or less the Champions League starting 11. So get these fringe players in, let them come in and stake a claim, show Klopp that, I'm going to give you a headache. So I personally would have wanted to see a couple more changes, but nonetheless, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'll back the lineup.
How do you think Ox played in that game?
Didn't do himself justice. He's much better than that. I just thought,
I forgot he was playing, to be fair. But you know, it's not even him. That's like round peg, square holes, that kind of thing. It's the other way around, isn't it? Square pegs, round holes. Yeah, square peg, round holes. Yeah, it's been a while. I think he was totally out of position. He didn't do anything wrong, but
I don't think he contributed for me.
Nah, he didn't. So talking about the game, obviously 4-3-3 formation. Lee, I know you've been waiting, bro. The floor is yours.
Do you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring it back a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that lineup.
Yeah.
So Gomez there at right back. Straight away, I said no. I wanted that normal back line.
Even though it's not a regular Prem game.
Nah, you see, for me, Super Cup's important. The reason for me why it's important is I don't know what other people see it as, but I see it as like you've got to win the Champions League to even get a shot to win that. This ain't no Audi Cup that Tottenham won the other day. This ain't that.
There was gas for that, you know.
This ain't no Mickey Mouse thing.
You know, anything just to open the cupboard,
you know what I'm saying?
Hella gas coming out of that.
Jeez, man, nah, this is proper for me. So you put them out there. These guys, they win the Super Cup, and you want that as a launch pad. You guys have won 2 trophies in a space of such a short space of time. So for me, it was important to win this game. Really important to win this game. So, anyways, who I was watching the game with, I said I don't like that, and I didn't like the fact that he put Ox up there because he's Ox actually in the game. I don't know if you guys seen it, yeah, but he looked puffed out, like all under his eyes, and that would just look. He just looked mashed. Like I take it deep.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this guy.
Physics.
Yeah, he's running. He's having to do things and make runs that he's not really on doing. Right. I think if he had been in the shape he was in when we played Roma, you know, when we played when we got injured, up building up to that. If he was, you could play him there.
Yeah.
But not then. Now, the game itself, my God, like, I'm being real. I'm a football fan first, and Chelsea were having us up. There was points where
Go on, I'm going to go on.
It was crazy. I was seeing them pink, like, they were playing passes, like, I was like, we're getting moved off the park.
Their
like,
patterns in midfield were sick.
It was mad.
Yeah, Jorginho was bossing it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Kante.
Kante was, whoa.
Now, that game, I can see why they say he looks like a 2-man on the pitch.
It was too much.
Hey.
It was too much. I was looking at that and I was like, we got in at half time at 1-0. I was like, thank God. There was a save in that. This is what I mean about this Adrian though, yeah? He made a save, a key moment in that game. He made a save in that second half, if I'm right in saying it. It might have been...
Extra time. It was extra time.
Was it extra time he made it?
Makes a mount.
Yeah, but I think, obviously, Chelsea had 2 goals disallowed.
Yes.
And I was like, Chelsea's goal,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he should have done better? Adrian.
I'm trying to remember the Giroud's goal.
For me, that was a good finish. It was
where
our
he kinda
defenders got attracted to like Pulisic and like not left Giroud, but like he was in a lot of
Giroud's
space.
movement was banging.
Yeah,
like, his movement on that goal was
kind of
sick.
pulled away
But
from
no one tracked him. This is just another thing that for me the back line is, they look mentally shot, bro. At parts in that game, we just look tired. Like Klopp had them in like a 2-hour bleep test before the game.
Definitely.
Like we look knackered.
We look half a yard off the pace, disjointed. Just the
times,
rhythm weren't there.
So
the times though were a bit different though, because I remember them saying at one point, like they were like, "Oh, it's like 11 o'clock here or whatever." That isn't regular game playing time for these boys. Like,
but I'm sure like they would have put that into account and made them. They set a timetable and schedule and eating patterns and sleep because before games, players sleep before the game. I'm sure that would have been.
I'm not making excuses for them. I'm really not. But Chelsea, having the result they had on the Sunday, they would have been up and at it anyway because it's like they didn't really deserve to lose 4-0 when they did. So when they're coming into that game, it's like they're going to try and impress the boss and everything else. But that defending, I'm telling you, that in that game, the right back, Gomez at right back, you know what it is? He's got a lot of pace, and he's quite strong. And he uses that a lot, and sometimes he's going to get caught out. For me, I don't know about you guys, but I just think he uses that as
last week,
a weapon.
I was just going to say, I said it last week, we don't want him to be always relying on his pace. He's a good defender, but where you're always relying on that, I think that's a problem you've got to kind of...
That's like Kyle Walker. But the thing about Kyle Walker and him, people say Joe Gomez has got pace. He ain't got Kyle Walker pace. That's why Kyle Walker gets out of it. They remind me of the same type of player. They fall asleep at certain... If a game is slow, they're done. Them two are done. Because they have to think then. When the game's 100 miles an hour, hey, listen, that's right up the street. So for me, got Joe Gomez going forward, he doesn't offer what Trent does. But defensively, he is... There was a time, I think I put in the WhatsApp group, there was a time when the ball came across and he was covering the one of the outside runners to the 6-yard box, and if he doesn't switch on, it's a tapping for the attacker. So I was like, that's the defensive side of him, why he's there. Trent gets caught sleeping at that kind of time. I think last season he was getting better at it, but Norwich game I wasn't having it. I was thing, but let's not go back there. Sam, key moments in the game.
Key moments in the Chelsea game. Half time, Klopp had to get into them because, like I said, it was disjointed. We weren't playing as a team. We were like strangers. So bringing on Firmino again, he's so underrated. Like he comes in, the work he does, this unselfish runs.
Did you just said the word? It's perfect timing. Unselfishness. Mane's goal, he passed that, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot.
No, that kind of
That was a
karate
pass.
thing.
Yeah, he
it's
passed
mad.
that.
Yeah.
Is Salah passing that?
Hey,
Right.
hey.
Yeah,
no,
right.
no chances, man. No chances. So Lee, key moments for you.
Yeah, you know what? I have to go with Sam on that, man. It was that he made the changes though, so I can't knock him. He made that change there. He brought Firmino on. He did another sub as well. Who we took off, obviously, Ox.
Wijnaldum came on, innit?
Ox came off for him, and then Wijnaldum.
For Milner,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were key subs there, you know, because the second half we were up and at it again.
Yeah.
We're back at it again. So I was like, yeah, cool. We're back at it again. We can do this now, right? But it was every so often, like I think in the second half of, was it the first half of extra time? We scored, didn't we? Mane got that goal.
What a goal that was.
Yeah,
innit?
sensational.
Brother. That
Sensational.
was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Like this VAR thing, I didn't celebrate the goal, you know, because I thought Firmino was offside. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and wait.
Yeah.
And then when I saw his offside, it's a goal, but it's taken away that
It's
moment,
killing
innit?
I had that for the first goal, so I thought Mane might have been offside. So
Yeah.
I was like, is it? Isn't it?
Yeah. So I was like,
It's killed us.
So guys, man of the match in that game.
Man, I'm actually Firmino, Mane. Again.
I need one now. I'm not having two.
You know?
You got away with that first time, Sam.
Yeah.
I need a man of the match. Who was a stand-up performer?
It's got to be Mane then. It's
gotta be Mane,
You're
innit?
pushing me, yeah.
Yeah, it's the man again.
I
Off the
I
man.
think it's got for me. Mane. He's
Just stepped up, man.
stepped up. Like he was quoted saying that you know, people say like you had no rest. He's like, I haven't had a rest in like 7 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy's a machine.
Love
Yeah.
that.
And he looks after himself. And as
Yeah.
fans, that's all we can ask for. There's no excuses. He's just on it,
That says a lot about his mentality. Like, you know, I'm ready.
of course. And that's what we need. So penalties. Was you confident?
Just lost to City, so that was in the back of my mind. I know, so not really, no. Penalties aren't really.
It's a lottery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, innit?
You know what? If that was Pep in goal, I'll be super confident. Reina was the man for us. I don't know if you guys remember how he was for us, but he was the man. But yeah, I weren't superly confident. I wasn't sure how our lineup was going to be as well. Who was going to go?
You know,
up
when
and take
I
this-
saw Origi step, I was like, oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
Wow.
And
And
then
squeezed in.
You
Yeah.
know what? It's about going over that line.
Yeah, I know.
That's all that matters.
When I saw Abraham come up, I was like, you know what? He's gonna miss, you know.
Yeah,
I just fancied
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Rubbing his
Yeah.
shoulders.
And the thing is, all Chelsea's penalties were quality.
Mm.
All of them. I remember Jorginho, like they all.
Yeah, he's
Faint.
quality at that.
He's seasoned, man.
Quickly, on that game before we move on, the penalty for Chelsea. Penalty or no penalty?
No penalty.
No penalty, but I can see why it's given because when I saw it in free play, I thought it was a penalty. But it took the replay to slow it down for me to actually see. Yeah, it didn't touch
Because
him.
VAR, they had like only 2 angles, but
Apparently.
yeah, but we're watching the angles from the television companies in Turkey. So why doesn't VAR have every single
Yeah.
angle? What's that? It's
Just
Do not
defeats
say-
the object of
Don't get me
having
started
it.
on this VAR. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you say, everything adapts and changes, and we just got to get used to the VAR. You know what I mean? It's here to stay. But it's just I think people get frustrated where we see great areas like the penalty. They're not looking at all the
Yeah.
angles because there was an angle where it looked like he didn't touch him at all.
Yeah.
But as a keeper in the day and age we're in, strikers are looking.
Yeah.
They're sniffing for that
a good
opportunity.
point.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good point.
And to me, Tammy Abraham, that's good gamesmanship.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, I can see why the lady, the female referee gave it. But hey ho, we won. Another
Yeah.
cup in the bag.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Going on to that slightly though, I would say he's a bit naive as well.
Yeah.
Because what it is, the keeper has gone there. Tammy Abraham never making that though. You know, he's never making it because the way in which it skidded off the pitch and
Yeah.
he's gone up. He was never making it. So
Yeah.
all he had to do is just go there and just shepherd him out.
But
He's gone
yeah.
in there, innit?
Yeah.
That's enough for him.
I think like you're saying with Adrian, I think he's got a few more games because
100%.
like 2 weeks ago he was on the park.
I know.
kicking
Yeah.
ball,
I know.
bro.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
You know,
I've heard.
and in one night he won more than he did at West Ham in like
Yeah,
5-6
mad
years.
thing. Yeah.
It's mad.
Can't
So
knock
yeah,
him.
another trophy in the bag for the boys, you know. So
Brilliant.
would you say we are entering a golden era under Klopp with the trophies starting to arrive now?
If Man City were there, I'd say yeah. But
Weren't they? Or was they?
if Man City wasn't, if
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Man City team didn't exist, then
Yeah.
definitely. But obviously, Man City, you got to be real, man. It's a quality team we're up against. So.
We're a quality team though.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Do you slightly going off the topic, but do you think Man City have something cold for us when we're playing them? Like,
Personally,
no?
In what aspect? Like, as in, like, we're afraid of them or what?
No,
what,
like we're just not getting a rub of the green when we play against them.
Nah, I don't think that. No. I don't. Personally, me, I don't.
No. So in terms of trophies, golden era, do you think what would be your kind of, what are you looking at this season realistically?
Got the Super Cup. No. Do you know what? Boy, I really want the league, but the league is the one thing I did say. I don't want to go think. The one thing I did say a few times when I was on the podcast before was the boys didn't have, none of the boys barring Milner and Henderson had that, and Henderson's title charge wasn't a real one. The one I didn't really class that one under Rodgers as a real title charge. You know what it was? Because I just knew it weren't something that we were going to be able to keep up with. So like, even if we had won the league that season, it would have been fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Would have been lucky.
But it was like, come next season, we wouldn't have been on it again because Suarez would have been gone. It would have been all mad, didn't it? But he was in it. We went right down to the wire. Like literally last game of the season. Every single player in R11 now has experienced that. They know what it's like to chase. They know what it's like to be chased. And now they know it's actually better to be on the top of the pile and be running it. I'll be honest. I actually didn't mind us having to chase City because I thought, City are going to be under this pressure. But then I thought, actually, these guys have won the league.
Man, a machine.
It's minor to them. They're like, cool, we'll take this now. It's not. We'll take it from here, guys. Thanks for keeping the seat warm. So, this season, to get back to your question, I want the league. But realistically, how I don't know if it's possible. If we got to do what we did last season, my God, I don't know if...
We're probably going to have to be fair.
Yeah.
We're going to have to.
That team dropped 2 points in 2 seasons. You know how nuts that is? So the first season they got 100 points.
Yeah.
Second season they got 98. So they dropped 2 points.
That's levels. They just raised the bar.
They
raised the bar. You know what I'm saying?
We've got to sustain that, and that's what I'm not sure whether or not we can.
I think it is. I think it is. Because it's something we're going to move on to in terms of like squad management and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we'll move on to that in a bit. But I think for you, Sam, like, do you think trophies are going to start rolling in for us?
Yeah. Obviously, I want a big one. I want the Premier League to get this monkey off our back and stop other fans chatting. Like I said, I just don't believe we've got enough to get it. It's City being City. It's not necessarily shortcomings in us. It's just like you said, they're a relentless machine. Yeah, they churn out results. So I was convinced they were going to drop points in that running last year, and they didn't.
But we're a machine as well, though. Like we turned out nine victories on the spin. Towards the end of last season. Yeah. So we're a machine as well.
But for me, we've only done it one season. City, like you said, 100 points, 98 points.
Fair point.
This is our first time we've got into the 90s. Yeah. Can we do it again?
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Champions League again. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why though? Yeah, because I think the way we play in Europe is different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go to our opening fixture. I always go to the opening fixture in the Champions League.
Bring me, please.
You come, man.
Can I come there?
Of course.
I'll drive.
What about me?
No problem. You're more than welcome.
And he's got Audi TT 2-seater, bro. Sorry.
I'm on the roof.
Yeah, no, but no, I think that's possible. I really do. But just going back to something you said, Jay, about City doing what they do and us keeping up with them. I don't want to say those words. We've been lucky with injuries. Yeah. That team there has got, like, for me, arguably the best midfielder in the Prem. Yeah. And arguably he's one of the best in the world in Kevin De Bruyne. They didn't have him last season. They didn't have him for half of the season.
Yeah, and I remember that. Right, this is our chance, but other players stepped up. So that's
for them,
squad. For them, yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to say to you. But this what I'm saying is they can have their forward line. They can play, for example, Bernardo da Silva in that place where we tried to play Ox.
Yeah, no problem.
And it will work.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Understand.
Put Ox in there, can't work.
Slot straight in it. Like,
that's what I'm trying to say.
It's mad. So what players will be key for Liverpool this season, Sam? Key players, like we cannot do without.
We need Virgil. The front three, although I think we're going to talk about the squad management, but for me, there's a bit of an over-reliance on them, but the front three and Fabinho.
Do you think anybody can step into the front three to deputise apart from Divock?
I personally think Shaqiri can, but for one reason or another, Klopp doesn't seem to fancy him. I think
Let's talk about Shaqiri while we're at it now. What's going on there? Do you think?
I don't understand. I think for me, first half of last season, he was good. He had a so-so game against Leicester, and he seems to be made a scapegoat. I think he's quality. He's lively. He's got skills. Gets assists.
Yeah.
I like him, and I think he's in that kind of mould of like that Klopp player. Like, so I don't understand why he's not getting a game.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something there because he's come out recently in the last day or so, saying he's gonna have to think about his options if he doesn't get any game time. As you know, like the window, as we're recording, the window is still open for about another 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, European clubs.
He could be touting himself up for a move. Would you feel if Shaqiri left, would that be a big loss, or we just get on with things and someone else will fill in? Like Lallana.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. No. The Lallana thing can't run. But you know what I was going to say about him? Because I think I could, before I used to sit there and think, yeah, Shaqiri's a great, so everything you just said, Sam.
Yeah.
But I did notice in a few games, not just, there was a game you mentioned, there's a few games where he will be, that's where people used to exploit, like teams that we played, where he had played there. That was like the hole. Like for me, when you play Arsenal, when they had Ozil was that hole. Like if you get in there, that's now a player out of the game.
Yeah.
And that's where you're going to come and start infiltrating at that team. That's kind of what was happening with Shaqiri. You bring Shaqiri on in a game when a game's going a certain way in the pattern. Like when we played United and won that game and he come on and scored, that game was going a certain way. So you could bring him on in that game. But
100%
to start it, it's a bit different. And I don't know, it's a bit mad. But it's nice to have that option.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
I think he's the only player, like you say, with certain time patterns of games, like the Man United was perfect. They said it in commentary, like because in that game we were struggling. You know?
Yeah.
We were starting to shoot from city angles, making like panic.
Exactly.
We're starting to panic a bit.
Yeah.
Where he came on, slowed the thing down,
100%.
calmed it down, and he was the change. He was definitely the change in that game. But I think like certain games he cannot play. He's a luxury, isn't he?
100%.
He's a luxury. So how do you think like how would you like us to set up tactically? Any of you guys
Going forward, yeah.
4-3-3.
I'm a bit of both. I think away games 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I think when we're playing bottom half teams, I don't know, Newcastle, Sheffield United, 4-2-3-1.
Where, home or away?
Home. When we're at
Okay.
home, we're
Yeah.
against the Newcastle, Sheffield United of this world. I think 4-2-3-1. Just say, you know what,
Two sitting
yeah,
at home.
yeah.
Why two sitting at home?
Because they're not going to show any attacking intent. It's just going to be us. So you might as well just get the attacking creative players on there.
So if we're at home, shouldn't we have one sitting and then attack more?
Well, if you, because there's 4-3-3, we've got three midfielders. I'm saying instead of having three midfielders, have two midfielders. Yeah. Have, I don't know, Shaqiri, Mane, Salah, and then Firmino up front.
Oh, behind Firmino, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just go for it.
We kind of did that last year when we kind of Salah went up top, innit, and Firmino dropped behind.
Yeah.
And Salah kind of played himself back into form. How do you think we should set up, Lee?
Do you know what? Pretty similar, but you know what? I'm a bit of an annoying guy because I'm cautious. Like I'm cautious all the time. So I'd rather us go into games and be a bit more sturdy. So when he's saying two holding, that doesn't really. So some people they think, oh, why are you doing that? It's a bit boring. But for me, I don't mind that because it's you. I like to see you take control, and then if the chance comes in the game, you take it. Later on, you can start doing those other bits and bobs. I think, like say, like it's not working, it's 0-0. Then you go and gamble. But I don't like to go goals down too early in the game. You're asking too much of the side, like. So I would rather it be like your 4-3-3. Yeah, I'm kind of good with that.
So who's your three midfielders this season? I know we've had. I know we've had this. So as we're talking about the squad management, there, like what?
So who's our starters? Who's my guaranteed starters?
We know who the front three speak for itself.
Yeah, no, the middle
defense. So who's going to be the three? If we're playing three in there, who's going to be your three, and how are you going to play your three?
Jeez, man. I think Fabs makes it in mine.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
What part at the DM?
Yeah. Whack him in there. But then you see it's a toss up between like because if you have Henderson in there, sometimes it goes a bit. It makes it really stale.
Where deeper or higher up?
I'd like him higher up, like, because I've seen how he, like, Paul mentioned it before.
Yeah.
And when I seen it, because trust me, I'm not. So when Slim and them guys watch this back and they hear me talking about Henderson that, they're going to be going, Ryan, and that they'll be like, I can't believe he's changed his tune.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Henderson showed me something else, like, and on merit, he can have that. So, yeah, I'll go with Hendo, Fabs. Oh, man, and the last one of them.
Lallana got to be in it.
Oh, you're joking. Flip me. Do you know what? If Naby weren't so plastic, man.
But listen, Naby is made out of Rizla.
What is happening?
He's made out of Rizla, bro. Like,
I don't know what's happening.
That when it was in the WhatsApp group that we've got, we'll come to that. I think I saw it first and I put Naby's injured, and man was like, nah, you can't be injured. And then you lot saw it, it's like, nah, it's just getting
ridiculous.
It's getting splayed out. Like what? He needs to eat some yams. I know we said it last year, but he needs to eat some hard food. I don't think there's much Caribbean shops up in Liverpool. Someone needs to bring him a little Tupperware.
He never used to get that, man. He never got bashed like that in Germany. I don't understand what's going on.
He was known as a sturdy kind of player.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
I think this season for him, he's definitely it's kind of decision time on his kind of tenure at Liverpool. For a lot of fans, I think a lot of people are on the fence with him at the moment. So moving on to squad management. We will see more rotation like Southampton for the remainder of the season because of the amount of competitions we're in. Do you think?
We should do, but for me, what I've noticed with Klopp, he doesn't like to rotate the front three. If you check it, like if they're fit and available, generally they're playing. Defence, I remember like back in the last season, Lovren came in defence for Matip, I think for the Porto game, the Newcastle game. He changes it back in midfield, but the front three, he doesn't seem to change, and I think he needs to, because if you check City, first game of the season, they played Riyad Mahrez on the right. Yeah. He scored against Tottenham. Bernardo Silva came in, and he had an impact. So they can chop and change. They're happy to chop and change. And when, like, I don't know, like even Jesus started the first game, Aguero started yesterday's game, and they're fresher. I think in the long run, he needs to try and learn to trust the Shaqiris of this world, so that like we can rest Salah, rest Mane. They can be that bit fresher for.
So if we're playing. What is it? Carabao Cup, Carling Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, whatever the hell it's called. And we get like a Premiership or League One, the First Division team. Who are you playing in goal?
Adrian, I think. I like the concept that like second reserve keepers coming in the cup games because as we've seen with Alisson, like that gives them rhythm, and if they don't have that rhythm, they come in cold, and you've seen what we're going through with Adrian now. So I think always keep your second choice keeper. I'm a big fan of that. Okay,
and in terms of, so we're just going to go through like in defence. Who's not playing in that game?
Rest Virgil. So I know you bring in Lovren.
If he's still there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Leo's. Well,
I love Lovren, though.
You're not having him.
No, I can't not love him because I love the guy because he got my shirt signed. So that was a big shout.
Sentimental.
Is that your shirt?
Mine as well. Mine and Slim's.
Oh, you went with Slim, yeah?
Yeah, Slim come with me.
All right,
no, but see, right, so we're talking about the Champions League, the parade, right? Slim was talking about he drove up there.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Hey,
watch back the podcast.
Listen, my eyes were bleeding. Yeah, I watched the Champions League that night. I mean, I watched the fight, the Joshua fight.
You got
home, I had like 2 hours or something of sleep. I mean, I did the drive up there and I did the drive back.
So what, you're telling me Slim's
lazy ass didn't want to drive back?
What?
I'm telling you that now.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Slim.
Whoa.
Now we're too busy eating Kentucky.
Slim. Hey, listen, Slim. You never said that before, you know. This guy. When we come back next podcast, it's on you, bro. So where was he? In terms of like the League Cup and stuff.
League Cup
like
lineup. So Robinson needs to rest because like we haven't really.
Who plays left back then?
I promote a youngster.
Who you know
That's
what?
We missed it.
Who is the left back? The youngster? I don't know. Is it the one with the dreads that got booted in that Lyon game?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Larouci, innit?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna. Why you look? Keep going. I'm gonna look it up. Right now.
So that's what I have. I think your man Lallana. We give him a go in the Carabao Cup.
Cool.
KR.
Yeah.
Brewster. I think.
Please, I'm so glad you mentioned his name.
Do you think Brewster's gonna get a look in the Prem?
The way, like I said, the way Klopp religiously sticks to them front three, I can't see. I think we're looking at cup games, but I'd like to him. Yeah. Throw him, even if like we're winning 4-1 against Norwich and 10-15 minutes at the end, Just give him a taste of it. Let him grow into it. Let him understand.
I fancy Brewster. Like, I think Chris bangs on about Brewster. He loves him, innit? He's saying this guy is he's a real talent. To me personally, I haven't seen enough of him yet to judge him.
Yeah.
But pre-season, he looked like he was flying. And obviously Klopp, I think, believes in him.
Yeah.
Because I think he was on the verge of leaving, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he's obviously been told, your chance is going to come. And not signing any strikers and letting Sturridge go, could show that, but he's got to get that chance because, but I think, League Cup, that's definitely a good shot.
Yeah,
you know
also, Harvey Elliott, like, I saw some clips of him in that Leon game, and he looked like he's got talent.
He looked decent, innit?
Hot prospect.
Yeah, the left back is called Yasser Larouci. 18 years of age. But I think it says here that he's an attacker. I don't know what's happening there. So he looks decent. Lee, what about you in terms of the squad and that going forward for the season?
I mean, do you know what? In the Carabao Cup and stuff, you give people like Origi, give Brewster a run out. I think he deserves it on merit. Like the lad, I don't know if you guys even seen the under 18s or the 21s or that just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he got the top goal. He got the golden boot and all that in there.
Mm.
He's a terrific player. Trust me. He's. I think we won't take the massive gamble like what United had to do with Rashford because they were kind of pushed into that. They just give the gamble and he took his chance.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about taking your chance.
Yeah, but I mean, play players like him in there. I don't mind. You see, we've now got a trophy under Klopp. Yeah. I don't want to make it sound thing, but we got a Champions League there. We got a Super Cup under him now. Like it's like you've got two little bits. You had a great season where you pushed City all the way. If you guys, again, I know you guys remember, you're definitely old enough in that sense. With the United, I hate United obviously, but I give credit when credit's due. That team had 4 strikers when they won. When they won that treble. They had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Teddy Sheringham, Dwight York, and Andy Cole. And those guys, as you say, all hungry, all willing to come in, all willing to do a job. And there was none of this stuff of, oh, well, I might have to look elsewhere.
Shaqiri stuff, innit?
You know what I'm saying? Mahrez is a £60 million player. He did talk a little bit that talk last season, but he knows the part he plays in that team.
Right. And that's
do you understand what I'm saying? And that, if you want to win stuff...
And that's like Origi. He knows his spot. He knows.
100%.
He's I think you mentioned on the last podcast I listened to. I'm sure Chris said it. Yeah, Chris. I'm sure he said it.
He's a monster.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. He said about Origi, like if we're going to sign like a £60 million player, is he really going to sit on the bench? You know what I mean? So I think like finding them players like Origi just to sit to he knows his place, like you're saying. So that's it. And in terms of like the squad management, we just got to have fingers crossed that we stay injury free. Because we've seen, like, obviously with Alisson already, like it just disrupts the flow. It's going to take a few weeks for them to get used to Adrian. And I agree with you. I would play Adrian in every game now because he's got to get used to how we play in certain systems, and when you get a ball here, where it goes and stuff like that. Like the goal, it showed that he's not quite up to speed yet. Cool. That's the squad management. Looking forward, before we wrap up, our next game is Arsenal on Saturday evening, 5:30 game. Yeah. 3 points. Tough day at the office. Remember, we got a week's break now. We ain't got no games, nothing for a week. How you feeling, Sam, about that game, Arsenal? Because they've had a good start to the season.
No, Arsenal had a good start. They're looking good. They made some good signings. And they'll want to use this as a yardstick for what they can do in a season. So, again, like Klopp says, we've got to stay the team that no one wants to play. This is our chance to show that. Yeah. Like, this team's up and coming. This team wants what you got. Show them that they can't have it. Yeah. So, and I think Klopp will kind of instill that into them. So I'm confident. Their defence gives me a lot of confidence. Yeah. Obviously, they've got quality strikers. So we got to be careful of that. But I think we'll come out on top. Yeah.
Lee? Right, wait, sorry. Give me a score. Sorry, Lee.
That's right.
3-1 Liverpool.
Decent. No clean sheet again, though.
Nah.
Go on, Lee.
I'm worried at the back, if I'm honest. I'm worried. If they do go with that front three, I'm worried that they'll stretch us, if I'm honest. Aubameyang has been in great form. If he doesn't, if he's frozen out of the game, he's dead.
He doesn't do much, does he?
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
But is that a sign of a good striker that when his chances come, just takes them?
Yeah, he does.
I suppose that's what you're there for.
I can't take it. I can't take it away from him. Yeah,
but
I think I'm gonna go with we win that game, but we win that game 2-1, and we go down a goal as well. We got to come back from it.
I think at the moment for us, I think our problem is on the right side. Right side of the pitch.
Teams blatantly target
they're
that.
definitely targeting that side, and for me, that's like Robotron 3000. That don't happen down his side.
No.
Trent, I think if you watch the games, right, there's a pattern. He's always like when the ball breaks down, he's so high. They always play it over the channel, in that channel, all the time. Yeah. So I think I'm not sure. Aubameyang plays on the left, doesn't he? For Arsenal.
Yeah, he drifts there.
But I don't know if they play Lacazette. I think. I'm confident with it, but it's just if the boys have got the shooting boots on, you know. So I'm going 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1.
Yeah, I'm the same. 2-1, but we go a goal down. I'm definitely agree with you with that Trent. I've seen Trent as well. You know, some teams like City do this ball where they'll hit it from the other side, like
right to left winger. Isn't it?
Yeah, and he gets caught under the flight of the ball, and that is mad. Like you're looking back at your defense and you're seeing that, you're like, oh my god. And people like Leroy Sané, their control is next level. Levels.
Proper.
That's why the right side midfielder, whoever is playing there, has got to kind of like be switched on to help Trent to know that that's where they're going to target. So I've got to be ready.
I think we're gonna be a lot more energized. We need that week off.
Yeah,
we need it.
It'll be great. It'll be good for us.
We need that week off. So shortly wrapping up, guys. Just letting you guys know about the WhatsApp group because boy, it's been popping off. So basically, those who don't know, you can enter the WhatsApp group. We've got a WhatsApp group on WhatsApp. It's a Liverpool Anfield South WhatsApp group. All you need to do if you want to get put in the group by the admin, Slim or Sam, is just drop us a DM on our Instagram at Anfield South. Let me just double check that because I don't want to give you the wrong information. It is Anfield. Let me just get that right now. Anfield_South1. See that? Lucky I looked in it. Anfield_South1. Drop us a DM on that or on the Facebook, not Instagram, the YouTube. There's so much stuff we're on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On the YouTube comments, just message us on there as well, and be entered into the group. And there's some interesting debate in it. You got your positive characters, you got your midway characters, and then you got some characters that are just unhappy all the time. But it's good. It leads for a good debate.
Yeah.
So if you wanna get involved, like Sam did, you was in the group, weren't you, Sam?
That's right. Yeah, joined through the group. Yeah, he said, interesting views, lots of different views.
Yeah. And so how did you come across it, seeing us on? Where did you see us first?
I was on a separate Liverpool group and someone sent me a link to join this Anfield South group. Yeah, it's live, so I joined it and nice. Lively.
See that there?
All kinds of like Liverpool views, all kinds of opinions, and No, it's
cool, man. So also we're on Twitter at South Anfield. Okay, so if you want to get on Twitter and Twitter, I say it wrong, isn't it? Twitter. Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's cool. Yeah, if you want to get us on Twitter, it's South Anfield. Okay, it's South Anfield, and on Instagram it's South Anfield. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna have to look again. Sorry, it's been a long day. Anfield_South1. I got there in the end.
There you go.
Right, guys. It's been a pleasure,
Of course.
It's been a pleasure. Man's been in the hot seat. I feel Slim, if you're watching, 1 week you're gonna be over there, mate. You're telling you. I'm saying it now. Yeah, you're gonna be over there. I like this seat,
Yeah.
Lee, you wanna come in here 1 week?
Nah, you're good, man.
You're good. You like it over there?
Yeah, I'll be sweating buckets over there. It's good. I'm all right.
Listen. Hopefully, all I'm gonna say, hopefully I done better than Paul last week.
Yeah. No, don't worry. We got you. We got you.
Right. So, guys, we're signing out. I've been your host. Not with the most, but your host today, JR. I'm signing out. We've got
Sam signing out.
And
Lee, Bruce Leroy. Love that.
And last but
guys,
definitely
until
not
next
least,
time, we're out the building.
Until the next one.
Peace.
Unbelievable, it really is. I think they should stick to playing football. Terrible. What do you think, Kenny?